Hey everybody, and welcome back. My name is Ahdoom, and we are back to playing Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. And this time with a small note of haste, because I just realized that the Crimson Court drops in like less than a day, so I need to get my wriggle on and get this game as close to finished as I can get it before I get distracted with the start of a brand new playthrough. That said, we're going to pick up a veteran map with a group of mixed level 3s and 4s, 3 of them being classes I need to upgrade to a level 6, so just staying focused on the bigger picture because I do want to take an occultist into the Darkest Dungeon at some stage, Antiquarian less so and Bounty Hunter less so. We already have some trinkets in place. If you're familiar with the game, you can eyeball these, but just to keep things simple, trying to keep my squishy guys less squishy and trying to keep my tanks more tanky. This is a long map ahead of us, so we're going to need to take the appropriate precautions, especially in the Cove, which we're going to bring. I'm sorry, bit of hiccup there. 1 full stack of medicinal herbs. We're going to bring 3 keys, 4 shovels. Don't have any ability to remove bleed, so we'll bring some bandages along. 4 might be excessive. Let's round it down to 3. And then holy water is useless, as we all know. We'll bring 3 stacks of torches, 3 stacks of food, and I have no room in my inventory for anything other than provisions, but that's how it's going to have to be for the moment. In fact, I might just get rid of these bandages and 1 stack of torches because I think this should see me through. I think I'll be fine. Let's see how long this long dungeon really is. And last decision. Keys are less useful unless I find something hidden. More shovels would be good though. No, that's fine. That's my mind made up. Can't second guess myself. Let's carry on. This is all going to be coming through to you guys relatively late because I'm a bit behind in uploading these. But I am pumped for Crimson Court. Just caught Christopher Odd, who I absolutely love as a YouTuber, getting some practice in before he starts his own Let's Play series, which is really great and also kind of horrible. My videos get lost because his videos are so amazing, but also I'm really pumped to watch his stuff.
Fish is almost unbearable.
And that's what we wanted to see, a secret door. Fantastic. We need to explore 90% of these rooms, so we're going to have to do a little bit of forward and backtracking, but that's completely fine. No de-stressors in this party mix, which means we quite well,
Trinkets and baubles.
very well could lose our minds.
Blood.
For the moment, we're looking just fine. Golly gosh, let's carry on and clear this single room. Wow, this is a really long dungeon. I need to plan how I'm going to tackle this monstrosity. Oh, I have so many habits that have been built up from taking Vestals into parties, and those are kind of bad habits because, yeah, I don't have the ability to get myself some free torch with any of my current character lineup's abilities, so this party might well lose their minds, but that's okay because I can afford to lose them, and more importantly, I can afford to, put them back in their right minds. Gonna torch up to full radiant before I step into this first corridor battle. Sweet, so I get the jump on these guys as a surprise. The big worry I have is I'm bringing Antiquarian along. That's a bit of a placeholder character, really, in the grand scheme of things. So I'm just concerned about being able to do enough damage. But if it bleeds, it drops down. That bleed does take for 3 damage. Have a chance to wrap up that kill as well with the Antiquarian. As much as I was talking smack about her only a moment ago, let's get her into the kill, and that Enchantress is dead in her first action. Next step is for us to look at who we can do the best damage to. I'm going to be looking at that wide mouth for some sweet damage. Next up, we'll collect Bounty to finish off that kill, and there will only be 1 enemy for us to look at next turn, which I get to dodge the attack of. Lovely jubbly. Alright, starting up again, we can start with Sacrificial Stab on the Gladiator, 10 damage, and only 12 hit points left. Could look at a buff, but it's going to be relatively redundant. I think I'm going to be able to get this kill in relatively easily. 6 HP left. He does get an attack in, though, but it's dodged. Oh, RNGs is smiling upon me today. Verily, eh? There we go. It's a nice little pile of... Oops, daisy. Alright, stack of crests. No problem. Crests are really all that I want for. Drop back into Radiant, and let's press on. If I have to go torchless for half this, I'm going to be sad and slightly anxious. Get the surprise again though, which is absolutely fantastic, and we're going to need to start focusing on the Thrall, but before we do, we can look at trying to get some blight damage done on the Pelagic Bulwark. That is for absolute certain. 3 damage per turn plus a debuff on his blight resist is great. That blight does take, and that debuff does take as well. We'll open up with an abyssal artillery though, just to start getting some back row damage. Hopefully the Hellion can finish off at the coup de grace with the Iron Swan, and yes, that just barely worked. Next up, we'll drop a finish him on this Widemouth to kill. It's a beautiful crit for 30 as well. And then all we have to do is worry about... Whoa! Epic damage from that Thrall, which we couldn't take out in the first turn, unfortunately. And that Bulwark might well drop down guard, which is very regrettable, to be honest, given that we don't have a stun to shuffle that out of whack. What we will do, though, is drop a Fortifying Vapor straight on the Garter to add some more damage over time. Look at a weird reconstruction, but that doesn't really do as much as we were hoping for. It's fine. It's fine. We can work with that. Hook and Slice, bleed resistance is pretty massive. Finish him. Again, I can focus damage here, but his prot is so buffed it's going to be irrelevant. What I can do, though, is knock back and stun. Crit damage of 2, move resist, but the stun does take, which means that defense is gone, and Wicked Hack is my best bet here. No crits, obviously, and I'm concerned that Thrall is going to blow up. Yep. Wowzers. That's already nasty. That is already so nasty. 12 hit points there on the Man at Arms. Need to definitely focus on him, but I have to keep this pain train rolling on the Bulwark. Again, that 9 damage that he's going to be taking is going to be significant. Could focus on healing everyone this turn, and that's not necessarily a bad call, but I will try for a stun again, which is its chance to actually take is very limited. Weird Construction drops on the Bounty Hunter, and that 18 is very, very appreciated. Let's try an uppercut one more time. Probably won't work. Oh, it does. It does. Nice. Alright, damage over time is definitely going to be racking up in that case. Carrying things forward, his stun resist is now up to 125%, which makes no sense to try and defeat. Let us instead try to get him as close to dead as we can, and he is dead in his next turn, which is a happy thought for me. We'll look at Fortifying Vapors. Oh, beautiful crit of 10. Beautiful crit of 10 on the Occultist. We'll, again, just spend a bit more time faffing, because we know this chappie is a goner, and then 27 hit points, 30. Look, let's go for the Widow Construction here. Beautiful heal for 16 and no bleed. We are sitting so pretty. Alright, let's take these crests because we can use them. Not much can really stack in my inventory right now, which is a bit of a problem, but we'll take a chance in the chest in case it comes out good. Bit of food, which we can use that immediately. The crest we can't take with us, unfortunately, and the jade we're going to have to leave behind. Goodness. Did I miss the secret room? I missed the secret room. But, by the same token, I don't really have the necessary victuals to make it work for me. I do need money. What I might just do is camp here, and then backtrack. Again, this is kind of a waste, but buffs are good. Let's have a look. Self-destress, no, don't care. Party, nope, that's battle round. Where is the handy-dandy resist? Oh. Prevent nighttime ambush and a bit of stress, that's fine. We'll look for some party buffs, if we have any. No, not really. I really haven't looked at these guys' abilities, unfortunately. Let's up your crit. Got 6 left here. Increased damage against size 2 is going to be very useful, but a better scouting chance is also very good. I like surprises, though. Look, let's give majority of the buffs in place to the bounty hunter, and that at least puts us in a better place.
Radiance, may we find victory.
All over. Gonna backtrack very briefly and find that secret room. Key that. Because these three are absolutely worth more than these. That's 1,500. That 750 is going to be worth a heck of a lot more. And I'm going to take a chance on wasting the food, even though that is a risk. Let's now backtrack and carry on. Inventory is full. We've already made a heap of gold in this one. And so I'm going to be a lot less worried about what we find in terms of loot and having the right things to unlock stuff. The only unlocks I really care about are going to be medicinal herbs and shovels. Should have actually thrown out those keys, to be honest, rather than the food, given where things stand. But to start off combat, let's drop an abyssal artillery down. Good damage spread, 9 and 11. Carry things through with an iron swan to take out that stress attacker there. Done and dusted. Nervous stab is going to be enough for the kill. Let's put blight on this maggot. No immediate damage, but he'll be dead in 3 turns and probably in 2 as soon as I get a chance to get some damage on him. Finish him on the back, take out that wide mouth, but it isn't quite enough damage. 1 hit point left, unfortunately. Stun will probably take. Yeah, it does. Okay, that's acceptable. And spearfishing on the occultist is dodged, thankfully. That maggot, though, what are you going to do? 3 damage and... pretty hefty debuff, but that's okay. We can live with that. We will drop another Festering Vapors on this maggot, though, just to make sure he is dead in the beginning of his turn. Shocker will drop again, unfortunately, but it's just a double stun. That bleed resist removal is really concerning. That occultist just keeps dodging, and I am just eternally grateful for that. What to do? Sacrificial stab. Yep. Okay, wide mouth is a goner. And let's start getting some kills done on the stinger. 12 damage, 3 hit points left. Maggot is absolutely gone, and hopefully I get the first word. Yes. Alright. Superb. 1 more shovel to add to the collection. Well, actually, not even.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Right, well, we'll just have to leave it behind. Is what it is. Is what it is. Alright, let's make sure that we torch up at the appropriate moment. Everyone's still in the right position. No buffs to reasonably apply. Into the treasure room, we have a wide mouth, an enchantress, a wide mouth, and a gladiator. So just the 1 stress attacker, which isn't going to stop me from dropping the abyssal artillery to open things up. Less of a good spread, 7 and 10, but again, nothing to complain about overly. Stressful incantation does add to the worries of Montfort. We'll drop an iron swan though to deny that wide mouth a turn. Well done. Just carry things through and either look at... There's a good chance we can get the kill on this chappie, and we will. Jolly good. Seaward Slash, because he's marked. That's 12 damage additional. What can we do? We can probably buff him, to be honest. Or we can try and lighten his load with the heal. Blight resistance is pretty weak as well, but we can rely on my heavy hitters to take care of that. Let's just add our voice to the chorus of heals. Rent for the Old Gods does drop again, so I'm glad I dropped those extra 5 hit points, and that bleed has taken, unfortunately. We'll drop a Weird Reconstruction right here. Crit for 10. Very nice. Stress reduction as well, and no additional bleed. Those Rens, though, they're getting to be a problem. Alright, at least the bleed didn't take twice in a row. Fortifying Vapors again. Only 3 hit points, but we just need to keep these guys alive for the long term. Great dodge from the Hellion. And let's start bringing things to a close. 9 damage done on the wide mouth, which is less than hoped for, and, you know. But the bounty hunter closes the kill. Rent for the Old Gods again. 6 damage, damn. Cannot wait for that. Alright, cannot wait for that mark to clear. 5 heal up to compensate for the bleed damage. Weird Construction, hopefully this rolls high. Oh my god, does it roll high? It rolls so high. Let's... I didn't bring those bandages, did I? No, I did not. Okay. Let's uppercut. Get a stun in. Try and take some control back of the map. Doesn't pose an obstacle for getting some damage done within the bleeds. 6 HP gone, and a nice bleed in place as well. Fortifying Vapors to try and catch up some of that bleed damage. Ooh. But it's down to 4 at least, which is something. Finish him is now stunned, so boom.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Yeah, we're just going to have to leave it behind. If I had actually picked up those onyxes, it would have been a stack that was worth a lot more. But again, money is not my problem at this stage. Only life. Again, nothing stacks. Should have picked up that onyx rather than the cash. But you live and you learn. And, well, unless you don't live. Those shovels, though, clearly going to be of incredible use, and I'm very, very glad I did not dispose of those.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Gonna skip that chest over entirely. Well, I'll take the chance for bleed. There we go.
A handsome reward
Nothing I can take.
for a task well performed.
I just feel bad throwing away all this treasure. Oh, leaving behind, I should say. Yucca Crusher. That's going to be a worry, but first we can do is probably start off with a Iron Swan. Decent chance to do some damage. Probably finish off that chappie with Abyssal Artillery. Nicely done. I'm really worried about the absence of bleed cures. Going to say that right now. Rather than finishing off the wide mouth, I'm going to try and stun that Crusher. Damn. Alright, that didn't take. What we can do, though, is take advantage of his weakness, which is going to be Blight. Not an amazing pain train, but, you know, take what we can get. Here comes. Great dodge. And you know what? If you want to keep attacking her, that's fine. She can deal with it. She can take it. Let's go in for the kill here. 24 damage. Very nice. Bleed resistance is pretty high. Let's... Beautiful crit for 13. Beautiful, beautiful crit. Let's keep the Festering Vapors going as well. 1 damage plus an extra 3 next turn. And golly gosh, I might actually waste this guy's turn to put the occultist where he can actually do his job and heal. Tidal Slam. That move was definitely not resisted, but we're okay-ish. Let's keep those blights coming, because it's our only real chance. Try for a stun again. 4 damage, and it takes. No to move, obviously, but I'm just glad that this stun took. Alright, let's Sacrificial Stab. Beautiful crit for 12. And I think we've got this. Again, 6 damage and 9 and no blight resist. And okay, dead in his next turn, which puts me at my ease ever so slightly. Do a self buff and heal with the Hellion because it's the best that you can really do. Move the occultist back in case he has a chance. No, it's not even going to take. It's fine. Finish him. Get the damage done. And just try and get into better positions for the next time around. Hellion goes up front. Antiquarian position 3. We can leave that oyster alone. Let's try it out. Yep, already cleaned out. No problem. Again, with a need to clear out 90% of rooms, I'm just grateful for weak corridor battles. Alright, let's Widow Construction right here. Only 5. And a bleed for more damage than we healed, but that's life sometimes. Wicked Hack on the Thrall because I don't trust him to explode on me. Beautiful crit as well. And the Oracle is well within range for some damage to be dealt. Let's focus a bit more healing on the Bounty Hunter, who'll be taking a bit of damage over the next few turns. We'll look at a collect bounty on the Oracle. Not enough to kill, but next turn around we will not have to worry about any stress attacks. Seared Slash on the Hellion, 6 damage and no ill effects. Carrying through, need to be prudent and thoughtful about where we're dropping every single turn. Let's try and buff up the occultist ever so slightly, only 2 hit points down from full. Bit of stress on the Hellion, but again I believe in her ability to de-stress herself through the mystical art of critical hits. Need to drop another weirder construction. Oh, 0. But at least there's no bleed. Oh, that's horrible. Wicked hack to kill off that Oracle, and now we have only the wide mouth to worry about. Let's try and buy ourselves some time to heal by dropping a stun, which takes gloriously. Oh, alright, no more bleeding to come. We can probably get the kill here, but I want to be faffing if I can. So I'm going to try this attack again, just to waste as many turns as we possibly can. Wider construction up by 13. Those are the kind of numbers we prefer to see if we have any choice in the matter. And let's go for a fortifying heal right there, up by 3 again. 38 out of 40, not too shabby. With the Hellion's turn, we'll go for the kill. We get it. Could have faffed longer, I think.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
I think these will stack. Not too worried about keys. There's crests I could use, but I'm not going to throw away torches just to afford it, especially with my torch stack pretty close to completion as well. That bleed resist to 80% up is compelling for me.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of
We'll use that food
otherworldly corruption.
instantly. Now, if those rare antiques don't stack, I'll be sad, but, you know, composed. Sad but composed. And here we go into the next battle room. A Thrall, a Bulwark, a Wide Mouth, an Oracle, and Stun is on our side, which is absolutely lovely. We start things off with either some directed damage. Yeah, it's the Thrall that I'm most concerned about. Only 10 damage taken, but we can make that work. We will drop a Festering Vapor on the Bulwark though, just to make sure his 36 hit points steadily work their way down. Abyssal Artillery, the back row, or a Sacrificial Stab? Let's go for the Sacrificial Stab. Done and done. Next up, we can probably drop an If It Bleeds wherever we like, or we can take the chance for an insta-kill if we get a crit on the Wide Mouth. Only 15, but I stand by that decision. That was a good call regardless. Stress Wave goes down with a small amount of incremental damage and a small amount of incremental stress as well. Seared Slash, though, does a bigger job with 7 hit points down, and Barnacle Barrier being dropped down on the Oracle, which could be a problem, I guess. Good dodge from the Antiquarian. Seared Slash one more time. Speed is clearly not in our favor, and I need to focus a heal on that Hellion, but in the interim I will take down that Wide Mouth. Lovely jubbly. Should have probably dropped a bit more Blight there, but sometimes you play the game that you have in front of you and you make a suboptimal decision, which is regrettable because, as we know, this is a game which is all about making the best of all available choices. Let's go for the knockback and stun, just to deactivate that. Yes, okay. Deactivate that guard, and at this stage we can probably go either for a pull or a Sacrificial Stab. Sacrificial Stab for 10, and we'll finish her off with anybody else in the beginning of the next turn, provided she doesn't get the jump on us, which she probably will. Yes, she does. Don't know why I'm ascribing a gender to that fish. Most stressors seem to be female if they're human, and so I just carry that through across the line. Let's do a weirder construction on the Hellion. Bit of a wasted turn there. An incredibly wasted turn there, to be honest. But that's how the game goes sometimes. Take out that Oracle, and we're looking in a better place. Let's keep Blights dropping if we can to make damage over time count. And yeah, we're going to need to deal with that bleed. Ugh. Terrible. Just terrible. Alright, Octoesis drops down for 5 damage, but no bleed this time around. We'll keep dropping lights down on that Bulwark though, because it is necessary. I'm going to faff. I'm going to choose to faff. I'm going to choose to faff because I need to faff. And that faffing, I feel vindicated. Let's drop a stun on this chappie again if we can. Nicely done. Alright, and he has 12 hit points left. So we're looking to be in fairly fine form, to be honest. Sacrificial stab to do smidge damage. 8 hit points left, and he's dead in his next turn from Blight, but will help him along his way.
Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Alright, we've seemed to have sidestepped an obstacle. Sidestepped an obstacle. Alright, what are you doing? Didn't get there in time. Really? Red Plague. Right, that's gonna come in horrible. Just the nick. And a unscoured trap.
His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Right, we're going to have to make some pathing choices soon. Actually, we aren't. There is an optimal route. There is an optimal route with no compromises. Let's carry on though. We are in Radiant Light. 1 free infantry slot. 8 damage on the occultist, but no move. Stress wave drops on the front ranks. And stress levels are getting a bit concerning on the man-at-arms, unfortunately. Looking at the health situation, I'm going to focus a word reconstruction on the occultist, who gets the most OP critical that has ever been seen. Carrying things through, we'll try and Iron Swan the Oracle. Not enough to kill, but we'll finish things through with some vapors there. Shocker will drop down the Hellion, which isn't really a shocker, but it's resisted. And the next step for us is looking at where we can do the best good for our team, and I'm guessing taking that shocker out is, yeah, very welcome. Boom. Good kill, some stress reduction, happy days. Good dodge of the occultist as well. His next turn is going to be focused on healing up the bounty hunter. In the interim, what I'm going to do is drop a blight in place on this maggot with its absurd protection. So we'll kill them somehow, and this way is as good a way as any other. Some bleed damage taken, 10 hit points left, spearfishing on the antiquarian for pretty reasonable damage there, but fortunately that word reconstruction isn't locked out with a change of position. 8 hit points up, and Bounty Hunter is looking in fine form. What we will want to do, though, is focus on finishing off the wide mouth. Dunsky. That maggot's going to drop some brine on the Hellion, but the Hellion, as always, is live. Lithe and light-footed, and does the business. We'll probably do a self-heal, though, on the Antiquarian. Doesn't get me all the way, but it gets me close enough, and just to try and finish things through. Well, I'm a bit lost for moves, to be honest, with the occultist. Why not? Alright, that was not bad. Okay. Alright, and that's that combat round completely completed. In a way which is complete.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Okie dokie. And that gold is going to have to stay behind. While I do need crests quite sorely. No. Gold, I'm fine for gold. Look at the gold that I have. This is redonkulous. I'm fine for gold.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
No scouting? Okay, that's fine. We'll just take our chances in this room right here, and to get there in time to...
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
And let's hope for a scout now. Well, room battle. That'll do, I guess. Alright, how should we start? Everyone is in good shape, health-wise. Let's get some lights going on this bulwark. That's prudent, I think. Abyssal artillery on the back rows. And should be very much within the The range of death, the Iron Swan. Stress on the Bounty Hunter is climbing, though. Alrighty. And that bleed shouldn't be too much of a problem. Iron Swan on the wide mouth. Unfortunately, it isn't enough to prevent him from taking a turn, which is vexing. Alright, bit of a juggle around there, but nothing to cry about. Barnacle Barrier drops a guard in place, but I think I have some ways around that. Namely, stunning. But the salient question comes to whether or not I can get better damage on anyone else. No, let's stun this mother. Great stuff. And who gets the first turn? Alright, wide mouth spearfishing, 4 damage done to the Antiquarian. That's going to need to be remediated at some stage, but I think I can... No, let's deal with it now. Up by 3. Not much, but it counts. Missile Artillery, the back row kill. Dodge for the Madman, but at least that wide mouth is absolutely gone. Accusation does drop the occultist, though. Oakley Dokley. Rent for the Old Gods drops down for 4 damage, but I think the Bounty Hunter is going to have the speed that we need to get some real damage done. Madman's now out of action, finally. Unfortunately, Madman came in too slow to have his bit count as much as we'd like. We'll try and drop a stun, though, on the Gladiator. And there's some decent damage that comes with those attacks. I'm not too bashful about those at all. Next up, we will focus another self-heal in place. Only 3 up, but we'll have to take it, and I probably should have spent that turn on... dropping Plague on... Sorry, Blight on the Bulwark. But you make your choices, you take your rolls, and you get 2 licks. Not quite enough for a kill there on that Gladiator, but we can certainly finish him off with a aptly named Finish Him. Finish him! It's a bad Mortal Kombat impersonation. I will never do that again, I'm sorry. Now let's carry things through. Wow, this long dungeon is long. I am feeling, like, fatigued. Alright. Could also be because it's 3 AM where I am right now, and it's been a relatively long day. In any case, let's keep things up. We've got 10 damage to deal with on the Bounty Hunter. Of course, we were only going to get 30% of the way there, but there is no bleed penalty. We've just lost a turn. Octoesis. Okie dokie, and let's see what we can do. Best bet is to try and drop a stun, and that stun takes beautiful. Carrying things through, we'll do a bit of self-healing on the part of the Hellion. Just to cure that bleed, because we can. Keep the blights coming. And drop a hack. 8 hit points left, 6 damage coming from Plague. Let's drop a Weird Reconstruction again. That's the number that we're looking for. 18 and no bleed. Lovely stuff. And this chap is dead in his next turn, which leaves us with the chance to faff. No, let's go for the kill. Surely good.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Fish Idol. I forget what the Fish Idol does. I'm going to cheat. Ignore that. Ignore that. Yes, I want to buy a Crimson Court. I've already talked about that. And let's check Karamazula's handy-dandy cheat sheet. Quick look through on the Fish Idol. Beh, yeah, it's pretty... Yeah. You can skip the Fish Idol. We don't need to visit the Dug-Dug-Gun. And let's carry through. Our route to 90% is there, so let's keep on keeping on. In fact, the next room, I think what we should be doing is camping. But let's pick up this torch regardless. Use it immediately. Press on, and get in. Let's see what scouting intel we get out of this. Some empty rooms. So I will go... I will not re-up my torch because I know that we have a camp coming. Yeah, that's why we do those things with the occultist. Alright, shadowy, and now... Do we get a scout? Nope. So let's camp here and now.
A spark without kindling.
Take care of some stress. And let's see what we can see. Self-only, random trinket, negative, negative. Wow. I have next to no ability to reduce anyone's stress. Right, well, let's at least... Yeah, okay. Need to really fix these camping abilities. Hey, guys. Do not need a random trinket. Alright, common item for a abomination, which is actually quite a useful one, to be honest, and I'm going to be... But I think I have enough abomination trinkets to last me for the moment. Let's rest and see if we get ambushed. Yep. That's regrettable. But it's a relatively low-level ambush, and our positions aren't useless. In fact, they're pretty fair, to be honest. So let's start with an abyssal artillery in the back row. Sure, why not? 1 damage. Woo! 1 damage. Healthy crit on the thrall. Let's get some vapors going on that maggot. Let's see if we can get him close enough to his own death. Yes, we have. So it's only 1 maggot in play for the remainder of the round. 5 damage taken by the Hellion.
Slowly, gently.
But I think the man at arms should be able to make some fairly decent work of him when the moment comes. We will, however, drop a Festering Vapors down to get some damage over time. This always comes in handy. Go for the stun. Good crit. And the stun takes. And we are now in a happy place. In a happy place to start hacking up health. This chap is absolutely and certainly dead, so we can simply look at cleaning up the last of our healing issues. And we may as well just waste a turn by moving, because we're totally under control.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Alrighty, and let's press on. We've got a dodge debuff in place on the on the Hellion,
Waiting to be spent.
but nothing too concerning. Corridor battle, and that debuff is already cleared. 2 stunners, 2 maggots, no worries. Abyssal artillery to open things up, 8 and 9 damage respectively. Clean up the back row with Iron Swan very handily, and should be able to finish off this final chappie. Well, that was the wrong call. I should have started dropping Blight, but, you know, you make mistakes and you learn. That was wasteful and sloppy, but sometimes I am wasteful and sloppy. After all, I'm but a mortal. Brian goes down, and that goes down again for some damage, and a pretty, like, yeah, nasty debuff to dodge and speed. Yeah, really squishy there. Bleed resist isn't incredible, which, you know, makes me feel comfortable. Get a Blight going there. Unfortunately, it is going to be more than the 1 turn before this chappie is dead. That said, we will try and drop a Wader construction in place to recoup the losses of the Bounty Hunter. It only gets halfway there.
Is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And let's try and drop a stun right here, where we feel it's going to count the most. Banish to the back row, but that doesn't necessarily stop me from doing any meaningful damage to the chappie. Festering Vapors, absolutely. 3 damage to come. Try and follow up if we can with something. Get us close to this person's terminal point. 3 damage. That's absolutely done and fine. Let's drop a If It Bleeds and wait for his inevitable demise. Okay, fine.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Oh, leaving behind so much treasure. It hurts the soul. Truly, it hurts the soul. See, the problem is, I have no idea how many food. No, we're just gonna. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I accept that. I accept that. That's fine.
The light, the promise of safety.
I feel kind of over-provisioned. I think I probably brought a bit too much food and maybe a few too many torches, but I'm not going to complain about being prepared. Never complain about being prepared. Bit of gold that I can't take with me. Yep, that's going to happen. Another antique statue. That's pretty awesome. That gold again, I'm going to miss and regret, but I'm going to live. Torch up and carry on and see what we have behind door number 3. Well, scouting tells us we have opportunity. Let's head this way on the initial. Not going to be doing any doubling back at this stage. Oh, fine, do it. Rightio. And pressing onwards, we have yet another curio to come. This time with the antiquarian. Empty. Let's press on into the battle room. Very much still in radiant torchlight, which we need to make sure to keep an eye on. That thrall is not in the handiest of positions, but I think... Actually, I'd take that back. The thrall's in a very handy position. Okay, let's... Yeah, no way in hell. Let's drop some light down on the bulwark and take care of him as a force. Take out the thrall.
Executed.
Nicely done. Seared slash will get dodged. Thank you, RNGesus. You're too kind. Finish him on the oracle. Done and dusted, and it's now just the bulwark we have to worry about. Sorry, bulwark right here. 8 damage taken, but no bleed, and I'm not worried. Let's keep blights dropping down on this person. This person, I'm sorry, this demon fish with testicles for cheeks. It's an appropriate way of describing these chappies. And let's keep things going with the sacrificial stab. Great damage, 16. That's the upper range without it being a critical. And let's just finish him off. Lovely jubbly. All we can do at this stage with the Hellion is either heal or do minimal damage. Let's just get some healing in while we have the chance. Again, it's going to be blight and stuns that take care of this bulwark and not anything else. 5 damage taken, but no bleed again. So we're pretty much back where we started. Let's look at where we can do the most good. Let's drop a weird reconstruction here and hope for the best. 16 is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not making any complaints. That is absolutely for certain. We could hack because we have no other available actions that will be of benefit to us. Keep blights dropping, and let's go for a stun with the man-at-arms. Sorry, the bounty hunter. Stun takes gorgeously. Heaps of damage dealt, and he is dead in his next turn, which puts me at my ease. Good construction on the bounty hunter gets me nothing, but it gets me nothing as well. You know, nothing. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm actually relatively tired. I'm probably going to finish capturing the day after I finish this video. Let's do some damage here and call things done. Gorgeous, George. Can't pick up any of this loot because I'm...
promises success.
Yeah, no, I think I can take some of this loot. Let's drop some food and let's call that fine. Medicinal herbs. Really looking for some eerie coral there, guys, but none of it is forthcoming, unfortunately. Barnacle chest. Probably nothing there. Rubies. Oh, this game makes me make so many hard choices. I still have so much dungeon to cross. Take the rubies. Carry on. Okay. Relatively weak corridor battle, and we have surprise, which is incredibly useful. One could go so far as to say the element of surprise is a beautiful critical hit there. Beautiful, beautiful critical hit. I don't even care that you're frothing mad. Let's go for some damage on position 2. 14 done and dusted. Carry things forward with a kill there. Well done, and in the turn we have remaining, we will Blight, why not? Seared Slash and crit for 18. Need that occultist to come up quickly. 9 up, so halfway there-ish. Can keep things going probably with Fortifying Vapors, because I'm not that convinced that jabs are going to be the goer here. And beautiful finishing below there by the Bounty Hunter. Nicely done. Pick up a bit more gold and let us press on.
Victory nonetheless.
Torch up and get into that empty room. Hope for the scout to see what's in the corridor, but nothing is forthcoming, so we'll just press on to trying to get one of the last few rooms we need to explore 90% of the rooms in this enormous dungeon. Hunger check. Surprised it was the first one that happened. Alright, so we've finished. Shall I keep going? No, we're doing good. We're doing good. Let's just get out of Dodge. Let's get our experience. Let's not take any additional stress. Let's just be safe and not sorry.
Things in this watery tomb.
Oh, good golly. So that is very nearly 40,000 gold. 36 crests, 6 portraits, and a trinket that we already have one of. That money is going to come in exceedingly handy. Now these guys have popped up to 4s, which will require a whole new stack of upgrades. The fits on Daryl, which we'll need to deal with before we take her anywhere. Speed is great. Lack of accuracy and crits are not. Stenophobia, that's a problem which you're going to have to cure. Beastslayer is fine by me. Chauncey's up to level 5, which means I can take a mixed party of 5s and 6s in to top him out. Second Wind is not too shabby, and unyielding on Burdekin, the Antiquarian. Golly gosh.
All my life I could feel an insistent gnawing in the back of my mind. It was a yearning, a thirst for discovery that could be neither numbed nor sated.
Okay, so the Shrieker's Prize is back on the offing, and I think I've got the right party mix to take it down. Might need to make sure that we're focusing on back row damagers rather than the, Crusader Leper mix, but that's neither here nor there. Gruchet has had 70 stress removed, putting her back in the fight stress-wise. Fairfax has had Flagellant removed. Durrell has had Winded removed, and Torn Rotor is cleared. It wasn't a particularly significant thing because he had no melee damage attacks that he used, but regardless, I want to keep things as close to perfect as I possibly can. And on that happy note, I think it's time for us to for us to finish up. I've got plenty of stuff to do behind the scenes to try and tweak and fix and clear my parties, as well as get all the upgrades that we need, but I will keep things short if I can, because it's literally 3:31 where I am right now and I'm exhausted. So I've been Ahdoom. This has been fun. If you like this video, please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Let me know what you think about these videos, any changes you want me to make in the comments below. Please subscribe. It's so lovely when I get a new subscriber, because I put out like 3 or 4 of these videos every day, and it's nice to have someone's watching. And for everything else, I will catch you next time.